Hi again. I am Oswald Sichula. I'm pastor of Crossway Baptist Church, bringing you devotions on the theme of bearing fruit in a Christian's life. And so far, we have covered the starting point that salvation is actually certain and the person must be saved. The problem was the second issue we discussed, that the challenge why many people don't bear fruit in their lives is that they don't come to faith God's way. And for as long as you don't come to God's way, then it means you cannot have the union with Christ, and the Spirit of God cannot indwell you. Now, today I want us to look at the three reasons why fruit bearing is important in a Christian's life. Three reasons why fruit bearing is important. And I will do this in 3 sessions. The first is that it is a necessity. The bearing of the fruit of the Spirit in a believer's life is as a result of divine activity. And the believer's fruit does not come because of his or her effort. Remember, in salvation, the believer is in union with Christ and has the indwelling or the presence of the Holy Spirit in him. And so this divine presence is what is responsible for the fruit bearing in a Christian's life. It is the Lord who works by his Spirit, to produce this fruit in a believer. And this is why God expects his people to bear spiritual fruit, because remember, it is he who is already at work in us. So in Isaiah 5 verse 4, for example, the Bible there tells us that what more was there to do for my vineyard that I have not done in it? When I looked for it to yield grapes, why did it yield wild grapes? Equally, in John chapter 15, verse 1 and 2, there Jesus compares a Christian to a branch of the tree when he says, I am the true vine. That's John 15, verse 1 and 2. I am the true vine, and my Father is the vine dresser. Every branch in me that does not bear fruit, he takes away. And every branch that does bear fruit, he prunes, that it may bear more fruit. And then in verse 8, he says, by this my Father is glorified, that you bear much fruit, and so prove to be my disciple. So you see, it is therefore a necessity, it is a must, that as a child of God, you must bear fruit. And so the question to you is your life fruitful? Is your life fruitful? Are you bearing this fruit? Because you must bear fruit, because the divine work in you, Christ and the Spirit, is working to produce this in you so that you can bear this fruit. So to be fruitless is a contradiction of the Christian life. And that's why when you see a person who is saying, I'm a Christian, but you cannot see fruit, it's questionable. And I am challenging you. When you look at your life, can you say you are bearing fruit for your master?